It was the largest comeback win ever in a World Series clinching game. They overcame the 5-run deficit. They were the first team to use 8 different pitchers in a 9-inning World Series win. So it was all gas, no breaks. Walker Buehler got his first save in Major League Baseball in his career in the World Series. I mean, I can't imagine being at a brighter stage. And the 15-season drought for the Yankees continue. 2009 since they last won. Just didn't expect it to go the way that it went.
Obviously, if they'd won yesterday, that would only have guaranteed the opportunity to play one more, right? Not even 2.
Right.
Only 1. And but
they would have been the first team to force a game 6
after being down 3-0 in the World Series. That's right. So they were unable to do that, but the circumstances of it are the thing that are just so confounding. I mean, you had a guy pitching a no-hitter through 4 in the World Series, which I know we saw in Game 5 last year as well. But this is still an unbelievable performance by Garrett Cole, and Flaherty was just flaming out. I mean, he was gone, in the second inning.
Yeah,
back-to-back homers off Aaron Judge and Jazz Chisholm will do that to you.
I mean, the guys who had to hit for the Yankees hit finally.
Yeah.
Right. And they did it in the first 2 innings. It's 5-0. Cole's just, like you said, dominant. All right, leadoff single, no problem. Then Aaron Judge just drops a fly ball. Just flat drops it. Next play, Anthony Volpe throws it to third, bounce it in the ground. All right, get a couple outs, got a chance to get out of it. And then Cole doesn't cover first base. Just inexcusable. And that opened that was it. I mean, that's 6 outs basically.
Yeah. That's just one run that scored on that play. But the floodgates were
the
open.
run would not have scored if he'd gotten his butt over there.
Right.
And then that was it. And you can't give teams an extra out. You sure as heck can't give them 3 extra outs. And the Yankees, I don't want to say they didn't deserve to win, but they didn't deserve to win that game. I mean, if you're going to play like that, I mean, I was trying to think, all right, when's the last time I've seen an inning like that did not involve my son's Little League team?
Yeah.
And it was, honestly, sorry, apologies to Elvis Andrus, but it was the 2015 Game 5 of the Division Series at Toronto where he made the errors, and then Rougned Odor screwed up a play and really should have caught a ball. And then, that was the only opening they needed, and Jose Bautista hit the big home run. So, it would have been different, though, if Yankees win this game. Yes, they still had to win 2 more. They had to travel back to L.A., but those L.A. butts would have been a little bit tighter, and they might have started thinking about it, a little more pressure. But I don't know. I mean, ultimately it was a crazy game. It wasn't necessarily a good game last night. It was a crazy game that had a lot of turns and things that you never see. That's why I say you never know what you're going to see at the ballpark
every time.
And
it's like a snowflake.
And you could tell the Yankees relievers were tired, I think.
Clay Holmes, Luke Weaver.
I mean, three days in a row for him. Tommy Kahnle, who was throwing only changeups the whole series.
Yes.
When you see that enough times, you're going to hit it.
Yeah.
As a hitter, you know what's coming. And it just, poor Luke Weaver got tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's just all you can say. I mean, Mark Leiter, who wasn't even on the series for the roster for the first series, had to be added for the ALCS. He's in there pitching like he's, Mario Rivera.
He actually looked great.
He did really well.
He really looked good.
It's just crazy, and we talked about it. The 3rd day in a row, it's going to be a tough one, and it was, and I even think Dodgers relievers were kind of huffing and puffing there at the end.
Yeah, because all right, let's just take a look at the scariest thing.
Oh yeah,
on the New York streets today.
Costume, yeah.
There's no topping this because, I mean, Alex Rodriguez, said this is one of the greatest meltdowns I've ever seen in 40 years. Derek Jeter said, "I've never seen an inning like this, especially in a World Series or post-game season." I mean, just all of it really encompassed the Yankees' season this year in a lot of ways, just really sloppy. You know, and MLB Talent says they don't win by execution, they win by their talent. You won't win a World Series like that. 3 errors. Like you said, Cole failed to cover first base. Catcher interference that was huge.
It was big.
A balk.
Yeah.
In a very pivotal moment.
And a dumb balk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the pickoff rule that came into play. It's like Weaver just.
Weaver was so, I think, just tired.
He's gassed.
That's what I'm saying. And so Garrett Cole, 38 pitches in that 5th inning alone, faced 10 batters. That's the most in a World Series inning. Props to him that he was able to go out into the 7th and not make it worse than it was, but.
That was actually amazing.
It was, but
that you are able to, because, again, did you say 39 or was it 40? It was 39 pitches?
38.
38, okay.
But he threw 108 for the game.
Yeah, he was right at 40 pitches for an inning. That's the magic number, right? I mean, you're out of there after 40 pitches, and certainly even if they don't have to pull you from that game at that point, most managers will then say, all right, well, you had that inning. Let's take a seat.
Yeah, boom,
and
let
Garrett
him go.
Cole was like, nope, I'm going back out there. And he did it. Got through the 6th. And then, obviously things began to derail a little bit. But I thought that, again, I love that top of the 5th, on the Halloween costume that was so scary because it was just an unbelievable house of horrors. Yankee Stadium became this terrible house of horrors. Now, on the Garrett Cole play, you remember who was running down to first base?
Mookie Betts.
Yeah. And back in 1986, when the ball went through Bill Buckner's legs, do you remember who was running down? Mookie Wilson. We had the double Mookies. We had the double Mookies. Something about being named Mookie and getting to first base to basically, and in one case derail a team, and the other case.
I'm sorry, but that cost them.
Sure,
the game.
It did.
Yeah.
And Garrett Cole should. Oh, he spoke to media, actually.
Okay.
He said at the end, it felt like a win was just to not give up the lead after the 5th.
Right.
I thought that was very interesting. Aaron Judge's post-game comments were incredibly different. He said, this will live with me until the day that I die.
Wow.
I mean, you could just, I don't know.
There's no win to Cole's point.
No, that's what I'm saying.
There's no
not a win
in that 5th inning.
You should have got out. What would it have been? 1 run?
No runs. It would have been no runs.
Just cover your base. But if you're going to be Garrett Cole, I'm too good to do it. Okay.
I don't know. I tried to watch the replay, and it's like, well, did he go for the ball? Because it wasn't even hit hard.
He didn't. No.
And he didn't. And then it's like.
But it's understood.
But I'm saying, you go over there. It's like, well, maybe he just went for the ball. I didn't see it, and he was out of position, and Rizzo was screwed. And that wasn't the case at all. He just kind of jogged over there. And Joe Davis on the broadcast is like, oh, ground ball to first. They're going to get out. Oh, crap.
No.
Can't believe it. And,
Well, and when I looked at the replay, my thought was, and again, it doesn't matter. You still have to run it out. They teach you this the first day of spring training. But my thought was, because Rizzo kind of had a head of steam fielding that ball, that Cole thought, Rizzo's going to beat him to the bag. Well, he didn't, and he thought Cole was going to be there.
Exactly.
We all silly like the mayor.